Discipline is the ultimate self-love. We talk about self-love as if they were just affirmations we say or bubble baths and quiet walks. It can be that, but it's not. Real self-love actually comes down to just being disciplined. It's doing the hard, boring things to protect your peace, your body, your future, especially when you don't feel like it. And just because you don't feel like it, do not say that discipline is punishment. It's not. Discipline is power. So when you get serious and intentional and disciplined in your life about what you will accept and not tolerate, that's when things will start to change. When you cut through the hard, the difficult, it doesn't feel right, the scary, and you stay committed to what you believe you want in your life, which requires discipline, that's absolutely when you will see the changes in your life that you're seeking. So if you're ready to stop hoping that things will change in your life and ready to actually start building, this is where it starts. Discipline. If you say you love yourself, then why do you abandon yourself so much? This is what I mean. You love yourself, you want to take care of yourself, but are you committed to the daily body movements, workouts, whatever that means for you? Are you committed and disciplined with how you eat, the food that you put in your body, how often you put that food in your body, the people you surround yourself with, the type of conversations that are filling your day? Are they powerful? Are they boring? Are they stressful? Are they doom scrolling while in bed, knowing that you should be asleep? All of these behaviors are choices that we make. And I know it doesn't feel like choices, but they are. You choose whether or not to do all of these things. So every time you do something that is contrary to ultimate goals, those are micro-abandonments, and you are reinforcing in your brain it's okay to not show up for yourself. It's okay to not be disciplined. And then it becomes a snowball effect. Good news is you can stop that today, right this second, and choose a life of empowered discipline, which will ultimately lead you to the growth you're seeking. Discipline is what shows up when your motivation doesn't. Gina, how do you stay so motivated all the time? Newsflash, I'm not. In fact, I'm less motivated than I am disciplined. I am hyper-disciplined because I realize that committing to disciplined practices that are boring, that are hard, that are not glamorous, that you feel like you're really not accomplishing anything, but you do them day after day after day, I understand that my commitment to those disciplined practices are going to help me when I'm especially not feeling motivated. Because when you're feeling motivated, it's easy, it's no problem. But the reality is, the way we are as humans and the way life happens around us, our motivation will get drained. We'll find excuses. I'm tired, I'm lazy, I'll do it later. If we believe and choose our disciplined practices, it turns the thought process off. We just go. How many of us wake up and don't brush our teeth? Ew. First of all, ew. Second of all, you won't do it. It won't feel right. You just automatically do it. Why? It's a discipline that you have adopted. You understand why you're doing it, and you just won't skip it. Same with all the other discipline practices in the areas of your life where you want to see the change. It's that simple. So don't ask me anymore how I stay motivated. Know that I'm basically not motivated most of the time. Ask me instead how I stay committed to my discipline practices. And that answer is, I choose to do it every single day. Your excuses aren't harmless. They're expensive. Let's stop calling it being kind to yourself when really it's you avoiding your responsibilities to yourself. Oh, I'm going on vacation, so I need a break from working out and eating well. That's not being kind to yourself or healthy. And why would you reward that? Why would that be the reward? Let me reward myself with poor toxic behavior? In fact, no, when I go on vacation, I will have more time for myself to work out, to nap, to eat better. You see what I mean? Like, those are the prizes. Those are the awards. We've got to change our mindset on how we see self-care. Some of the excuses we make, which is ultimately just us avoiding our responsibilities to ourselves, are, oh, I don't have time. But what that really means is, I'm not prioritizing that. I've chosen not to make that a priority. I'm just too tired, which means I'm not prioritizing managing my energy. Excuses might feel safe, but they're costing you time, energy, and opportunities. So make the decision to own the discipline to stop playing small and start owning the patterns in your life and the behaviors that you want to see in your life. You won't grow unless you get honest with yourself. Structure in your life isn't control. It's how you create peace. When your days are unstructured, they're going to feel extremely chaotic, like you're treading water and running around like a chicken without a head. Sound familiar? That's not an empowering way to live. The good news is you have the choice. It starts the day or the days before. Start planning, start organizing. You have the ability to do this. You have the tools necessary to sit down, put pen to paper, look at a forecast of your day, weeks, months, and start creating a structure. Why? Because in the middle of our day, when things start happening and life starts lifing, we can always go back to our structured schedule that we've created. Of course, it'll change here and there, and that's fine. But the point is, you have a roadmap. It's like going into a forest you've never been in. You would just start walking around and you don't know where you're going. But if I gave you a map in the forest to get from point A to point B, you're going to get there if you follow the map. So stop living your life without the roadmap. Create the roadmap. It's your plan, your terms. There's no right or wrong answer. This is how you're going to create the structured peace and empowerment that you want in your day.